Logan Gray, good to see you. Welcome to Pop Alternative, man.
Thank you for having me. Look at this.
Look at this. You know what I mean? We've talked to your brother. Now we're talking to you. We've got
Yeah.
both Grays on Pop Alternative now. It's an exclusive.
How fortunate for you.
You guys are the best. It's great. And I kind of wanted to talk. Congratulations, American Summer. We're talking about your film. Audition processes can be different, right? Depending on the project. They might tell you a lot, they might tell you nothing. How much do you know about this audition process? Like, do you know it's American Summer? Did you audition for the role you got? Like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, this audition process was pretty unorthodox. So as you probably know, there's self-tape. I shot my first self-tape for this, as I usually do. And then my callback was different than most because usually you do another audition, you send in another self-tape. This one, they wanted to just talk to me. They just wanted to like see what's up, and they literally just want to like have it. They literally, I remember the email was just like, "We just want to talk to you." I was like, "Okay, like I'll go talk to them. Let's see what they want." And then I was talking to them. It was Michael Gray, the director, and then the assistant director, Michael Cuomo. They were both super nice. We were just talking. It was really strange. I remember specifically, I'm pretty sure this is what booked me. I'm not joking. Michael Gray asked to see my fighting pose because I told him that I like to box. And I showed him it, and he was like, "That's great." And then I'm pretty sure I booked up.
And I'm pretty sure they probably just like got off and like talked about it. Like, this guy's fighting pose, man. Like,
Yeah, they were just so amazed by this like insane fighting pose, they couldn't even believe it.
oh man, that's so cool to
I do
hear.
not fight in the movie though, as many are wondering.
Spoiler alert. You
Yeah,
do not fight in the movie. I
yeah,
I do kind of want to ask as well, because then you book this thing, right? And you have the scripts and you get ready and you do all the prep you can. Then you kind of got to let go, right? Like, it's go time. You're there, you're filming this movie. What's
right.
that script to screen journey like for you on this like during this journey, so to speak? Like, what was it like getting there and seeing everything come to life?
Are you talking in terms of like the
You prep
production or
for
just
it,
my
right? And
character?
then you get there to film it, right? You start filming. What's that like finally getting there to film everything, so to speak?
I mean, it was great seeing everything come together. It was honestly like really strange how they were able like when I read the script, I had a vision of it in my mind of what it would look like. And then when we were shooting, I was like, wow, this is literally what I thought it would look like. This is exactly what I thought. It was great. It seemed like, everyone had the same vision, everything came together. But if you're asking in terms of character, I am fortunate enough to, gotten this character seem very close to me. Like I didn't really have to change a lot about who I am already, which was nice. And it was mostly just like getting completely off book before I started shooting.
And then kind of to add to that about your character, and like, I find it interesting, these like coming of age, the self-reflection, the figuring out, taking it day by day, right? Like, I'm just wondering from an acting storytelling perspective for you, right? Like, is it more like fun, more challenging playing kind of a character, figuring it out, that self-reflection day by day? Because from the audience perspective, like, they don't know they're lost, right? So I always found that interesting.
Yeah. No, no, it is interesting to play something like that because like you kind of have to you have to act like you don't know the script even though you're completely memorizing the entire thing. Um, but it's fun. It's like you're just like crafting the pieces and you're like kind of you just live it scene by scene and you see like what, like up to this point, what would this character be thinking? What would he be wanting?
And when you work on something that has like, the summer component, has the sports component, like baseball, like I'm just wondering, like, I found it fascinating because I used to watch like, some of my favorite movies were like sports movies growing up, right?
Right, right.
And, you know, what is that kind of relationship with, like, do you ever look at it like, oh, I'm working on like a movie that has some sports in it, or like, oh, this is a sports movie. Like, it's, you can look at it either way, which is interesting, right? If you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, for
Well, I
you, was
mean,
this a movie that had some baseball in it, so to speak?
yeah, baseball is definitely a huge driver of this movie.
Yeah.
And sometimes when people ask like what kind of movie is it, I do kind of just say like it's mostly baseball because
Yeah.
that's what
It's a
people
baseball
understand.
movie that has coming of age components, or you
Yeah,
could say it's a coming of age movie that has baseball in it. It's so interesting, right?
that's exactly right.
Yeah. Oh, man. Because it's like some of my favorite movies were like, you know, sports movies growing up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it's like,
right,
are they sports movies or are they
right.
comedies about
No,
a sports
exactly.
team?
And if you look at like The Sandlot, which is like kind of what this movie has been tied really closely to,
Yep.
um, that movie's obviously like Sandlot. It's in the poster. It's baseball,
Yep.
but majority of the scene, or not majority, but like a lot of the scenes aren't even about baseball. It's just about a ton of friends like doing whatever, doing their stuff with all their crazy stuff. Yeah.
Steve Gutenberg, who is a friend of the show, who, has also, I've interviewed him before. He was in one of my favorite movies growing up called The Big Green, which was about soccer.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like growing
I've
up,
never
but there
seen.
also is like a lot of, important issues in that movie and social commentary and everything. So it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
very fascinating. You know what I mean? That kind of push
Yeah.
and pull. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what you want from an acting perspective. You want to really sink your teeth into something that is complex, right? Look, that has a
Exactly.
lot of layers, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what not only like you want as an actor, but that's what that's what the audience wants now. They don't
Yeah.
want to just see like simple-minded people. That You want to see interesting people doing interesting things.
Yeah. Before in this kind of like what I call the pre-interview, we see your poster on the back, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a great movie. And I think for us as like, storytellers and creatives, because I'm a filmmaker as well, like I think it started for a lot of us the same way, right? We watched our favorite TV shows and movies growing up. And then at one point we were like, I want to do this. I want to be involved with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel like you, as Logan Gray, an actor, watch things differently now that you know how they're made? Like, is that like does that happen a lot for you?
Oh man, it's it's actually really funny you say that. It's difficult sometimes because like not only knowing how it's made, sometimes I watch movies now, even though I know how it's made, some movies just blow my mind. I'm like, how did they do this? Honestly, and you get so lost in it, you're like, this just seems like real life. It seems like it's actually happening to these people. But a lot of the times it's also like as an actor, it's hard to like not just focus on their acting and
Mhm.
seeing not only like what I could do better, but also what they're just doing way better than I could ever do. Like I'm just like, focusing on their acting.
When you were talking about, the sports component, the baseball, and like the Sandlot comparisons and everything, right? This all has to do
Yeah,
with the audience, right? Like at one point they're gonna watch this movie, they're gonna have a lot of comments about like, the nostalgia feel of it, the summer, the baseball and everything. And
right.
that's like the audience, right? I know you try not to do this while you're filming, right? But sometimes it's hard, right? But like, are you ever thinking or are you conscious of the audience member watching American Summer while you're making it? Or does that happen after you wrap, so to speak?
I don't really think I'm conscious of the audience like when in terms of like a my performance. I think I'm
Okay.
more just trying to stay honest to the story and deliver whatever this character is going through. So I mean, I guess it is for the audience. Like I'm trying to convey this moment in this character's timeline so that the
Yep.
audience can understand it.
Absolutely. It's gonna be different on different projects, but like conversations are always gonna happen, whether it's with the director, with your castmates and everything. Making a movie, I feel like, is just an independent and indie film too. It's like conversations all the time, right?
Yeah.
Pre-production, during production, post-production. When do you like to have those conversations? Do you like them kind of all around? Like, do you really enjoy kind of the pre-production, director conversations? Like, when do those conversations happen, and which ones do you like the most, so to speak? Those like production
Conversations
conversations, but
about what exactly?
characters, script, like
Right.
preparing. You know what I mean? A
Um,
conversation in a Zoom with a director before you get there is going to be very different than when you're there, and it's like off the cuff
100%.
and quick, right? So,
Yeah, you're completely right. They are completely different conversations. I think it's so important before you start filming, like especially like a while before you start filming to really touch base with the director and like understand what vision they have and also what vision you have for the character. Because immediately when you read a script, your ideas just float through your mind. You're like, this is exactly how I want to play the character. Um, and those conversations are some of the best because that's when you're workshopping, you're creating the movie right there. And then in terms of like when you're during production, when you're actually shooting it, that's when like it's really a grind. You're like really getting into it, and that's when you can get nitpicky on exactly what you want from both sides.
and I also find it interesting to kind of add to that as well, where, I asked you that script to screen question because you could
Right.
picture the character as much as you can. Like, you could picture things as much as you can in your mind, but then, like, when you get there, it gets really real and everything, right? Like, is it starting to kind of sink in that, like, this movie's gonna get out there. People are gonna be able to see it at some point, right? Like very soon. And it's like kind
Right.
of like it's in your hands now, but like very soon it's like not gonna be in your hands. Are you getting used to that as an actor? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's seen it, and then boom, people are gonna see it. Like it's an interesting unique feeling
It's
in a lot of ways.
it's absolutely terrifying, and it's really unfortunate that I have no control over it at this point. Um, I mean, I'm as terrifying as it is, I'm excited for people to watch it. I'm excited for people to be excited about it. It's hard not to see what their opinions are, but you try to stay away from that.
Mhm.
But if you're asking if I've gotten used to the fact that there's going to be a digital footprint of me that is going out and is basically showing what I am passionate about. If I'm comfortable with that, not yet, but
Mhm.
we're getting there.
Well, you will be. There's gonna be a lot of projects, man. You're an incredible actor, man. So just keep doing
Thank
it.
you so
You know what I
much.
mean? You and your brother, the Grays, man, gonna take over the world. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
we're
It's gonna be
gonna
great.
try.
And we'll Pop Turner will support, like, help you guys out as much as you can. But yeah,
Love you guys
American
for that.
Summer. Can't wait for them to check it out. Logan, thank you so much for your time, man. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Pop Turnative, youtube.com/Pop Turner for previous episodes. You can catch Logan Gray in American Summer. Until next time,
Let's
it's Logan
go.
and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.